Today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of cleaning out your bobbin case and show you how to remove both a snap-off needle plate and a screw-off needle plate to clean down in your bobbin area. It's an important thing that you need to do after every sewing project to maintain the functionality of any sewing machine. First, I'm going to talk to you about how to clean a larger bed Viking, Husqvarna Viking, or PFAFF machine. These needle plates on this machine snap on and snap off. They do not screw on with the screwdriver. So all you do is you're going to remove the clear bobbin cover. You're going to pop the needle plate off. If you can't do it with your fingers, you can take a little screwdriver, which these machines do come with a tiny screwdriver. Just pop that needle plate off and pull it off. There is a little gray piece that will come out and your bobbin case, and then those would come out. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to take a brush, which all the machines do come with a brush, or if you have, if you're out of brushes or your brush has been well used, you can get a paintbrush, just a cheap paintbrush, or pipe cleaners work really well as well. You also want to move your cutter, just push it over to the side. This is your blade right here. If you swivel it up, you can sometimes get some lint impacted between the blade and the little felt pad, which will cause it to not cut properly. Just lay that blade back down. Do be careful though, because that blade is very sharp. Then if you just engage the cutter again, your cover will go back home. Then if you have it available, they do make a vacuum kit. A little tiny vacuum kit with little tiny hoses. It works on your sewing machine, it works on your computer keyboards, makes it nice so that you can get down in the cracks and crevices. You just attach it to your vacuum and then get down in there and suck everything out. Now, it's important that you do this every so often, at least after every big project. Go in and vacuum everything out, clean everything out really well. You do want to also check your feed dogs. Sometimes we see machines come in where the lint has gotten impacted in between the feed teeth. And then what happens is, if there's a bunch of lint in here, then that lint gets caught here when the feed dogs are going up and down, causing the machine not to feed very well. So you want to make sure that lint is cleaned out there. Another thing you want to make sure that you do is that you just check everything, make sure everything's really nice and clean. Then you're going to put all your pieces back in. First, you're going to put your bobbin case in. Your bobbin case has a cutout in the top. I always see it as the shape of your feed dogs, so I always know that this is where the feed dogs go. This is also your tension, and it's at the bottom. It comes towards you, so you're just going to lay that in there on top of there. It's going to move a little left and right, but you don't want it to be, if it's not laying in there straight, that's not right. Or like this, that's obviously not right. So you want to make sure that it's just sitting down in that little channel and moving a little bit side to side. Then you're going to take this little gray piece and you're going to put it in towards you and then towards the back of the machine. And then the opposite with the needle plate, you're going to go away from you and snap it towards you. Then once that's on, then you can put your cover on. Don't put a bobbin in the bobbin case until it's all locked into place, because you can pull that bobbin case out of whack if you put the bobbin case or the bobbin in too early. Some needle plates will be screwed on to the machine bed, and it's basically the same process except for you're having to unscrew them. So you're just going to take a little screwdriver. All machines come with a little screwdriver. Take the screws out. Make sure you don't lose them, because then you'll be in a heap of trouble. Then you got to call us and say, I lost my little screw for my needle plate. And then we got to get you one. And then you got to wait. So then this guy is just going to pop off. Oops, except for it's got thread caught everywhere. Take the needle plate off. We'll take the bobbin case out. When we take the bobbin case out, or the bobbin out, the bobbin case pops out. And this one you can see it's a little more open. So the same thing though, you take your vacuum attachment, suck everything out. The nice thing is you can see in here a little bit better. There's not as much going on. We don't have a thread cutter on this machine. But you're going to go in there and you're going to clean everything out really good. Paintbrush, brush that came with the machine, pipe cleaner. And this time when you put this one in, your singers are going to be a lot like this. A lot of entry-level machines are going to be like this with the screw-on needle plate. On this bobbin case, you'll see there's a little nubbin right here. And then there's a little thing right here. And that little nubbin is going to go up against this piece. And it's got a little bit of a spring to it. But that's how you know that it's in there right. The little nub is going to rest up against here. So if it's like this, the nub's out here, you're not right. So you want to make sure that little nub, it's laying in the little channel and the little nub is up against there. Once you've got that on, you're just going to put that needle plate back on. This one actually has a notch on the side. So you're going to put it on, slide it in, and lay it down. Once you're laid down, you're just going to put those screws back in. Now here's the thing, and we see this with needles. You have a screwdriver with your machine, and it's important to use your screwdriver with your machine. However, it's not so important to make sure that you put the screws in as tight as you possibly can. All you want to do is stick it in there, get to a tight spot, and then give it another little turn. Same thing. It's tight, one little turn. Nothing crazy. You just want it to hold. Same thing when you put your needle in. Some people will unscrew with a screwdriver to get it off. You're just going to put it back in. You're going to screw it just a skosh. And if you want to, you can give it one little teeny tiny turn, but you don't need to really crank it down, because what will end up eventually happening is those screws will strip out and then your needle won't stay in and then you'll be upset. So that is how you clean a sewing machine bobbin case. It's important to clean your bobbin case after, like I said, every big project. It's important to bring your machine in for a service about once a year. So really sort of think ahead. I know if there's a time that you know you're not going to be sewing for about a week, that's the best time to take your sewing machine in to get a little spa day and a cleaning. And then when you come back to your sewing machine and you're ready to sew again, it'll be really happy and able to sew really well. I hope this helped you out. If you've got any questions, you can give us a call. Thanks.